So 9.1 ratios and rates. So as we just found here, we've got that a ratio. Ooh. So we got a ratio that is a comparison between two numbers. If anybody's ever watching one of these videos, I have comments turned off. Do they send messages on YouTube? Or just drop a line on my Google Plus and let me know if you don't have these notes, as in you're not one of my students, but you're benefiting from these. Let me know, and I will start to show the whole slide. Yeah. I don't know who said that. Yeah, well, this for my school account, yeah. On my thing, it shows all these updates. Ratios can be written in 3 different ways. Now, in order to put something tangible to this, rather than just having A to B, let's talk about the boys to girls ratio in this class. So we'll do girls to boys, because ladies first. Girls to boys in this class. In this classroom right now. I know we have a couple of absences. So silently, please count. What is the ratio of girls to boys? So in order to do this, how many girls are there in here right now? Yeah, how many? 5? Jeez. 5 to 13? Okay, so we got 5 to 13. Here's one way to write it, just the same way you did. 5 to 13, ladies and gentlemen. 5 to 13. Nope, nope, that's wrong. Yes, it's right. Sorry, it is right. I'm sorry. Last period, there's significantly more girls than boys, too. Then we have a second way, which is described, right here, which would be 5 over 13. And last but not least, the most common way to see it that you'll see in the homework and such tonight is, does anybody know? Harrison?
5 colon.
Yes. 5 colon 13.
It's not 513. Yes, it is.
Yes. Next one. A blank is a comparison of 2 measurements with different units of measure. That one is a rate. Rate. Oh, rate. Then we have blank is a rate with a denominator of 1. That is a unit rate. A unit rate. Now when I see this here and it says express each ratio or rate as a fraction in simplest form, the reason why I want you guys to have your homework out and your notes when you're doing your homework is because, if you recall in the first test when there were questions that you guys didn't know how to answer because you weren't paying attention to the way that they were being asked, despite me using that vocabulary, on your homework halfway through it says, actually can I pull it up here? No, I've closed it. It says express each ratio as a unit rate. So it's going to be express each ratio or rate as a fraction in simplest form. Wait a second. I did that backwards. I jumped ahead. But it does say that as well. Express each ratio or rate as a fraction in simplest form. It's the first 13 questions of your homework. So that is there. It stays consistent. Number 1. We are going to express the rate as a fraction. So look above in your notes and see which one of those looks like a fraction and how we're going to get it. Now, there's a couple of ways that things often happen. You could say these ratios or rates in any order that you want to, but I want you guys to go over to the right margin, please. And I want you to write that money on the right margin. Money is often in numerator. Time often in denominator. Okay, that's just a common thing. They could work in either one, but the bottom line is they're not going to tell you how many minutes you work before you earn $1. No, they're going to tell you how many hours or how much money an hour that you earn. Like if you're getting a job offer and you guys are getting a job in a couple years, they're going to tell you what the pay rate is. All right. So now we got 150 miles in 6 hours. So with that said, what's our fraction going to look like? Dominique?
6 over 100.
Okay, think about what you just wrote down. Okay, then look about what you just wrote down on the right margin. Cam? 150 over 6. Because of what you just wrote down in the left margin, 3 inches from your right thumb. Because it's time is in the denominator. 150 miles over 6. Now, it's written as a division problem, and if those numbers go in together, I'm good. I don't have to have a fraction anymore. That one's actually even a unit rate, but the way that I'd find this is I'd find the greatest common factor of 150 and 6 and see which one goes into all of them. Okay? It's actually 6, which means that my unit rate is going to be for 1 hour. So another way that I could do this is this. I have 150 over 6, because that's exactly what it would be if I just showed you this. Do you agree that that's 150 over 6? Okay. What is it, Corey? Was that just a wave at me? Didn't you just go like this? Just wave? Okay. All right, 6 divided by 150, you're going to get 25. And that's going to be 25 miles over 1 hour. Any questions on that? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, you have a blue shirt on, and so does he in front of you. I thought that he was raising his hand like this, but it was actually you behind him doing that. Okay, yes.
So would the answer be 25 over 1, or would it be the 150 over 6?
Since we're writing it as a rate, I did it 25 miles over 1, but the way that we'd say it as a unit rate, and in real life, is 25 miles per hour. Yep. Now this next one here, yeah, we'll do it. It's pretty much the exact same, but I'd like to put things into reference of dollars because 98 cents is 98 cents, but it could be written as $0.98 as well, so that's still 98 cents. Then we have 12 ounces. Now we would have to go through this and we'd figure out, okay, what is the least common or greatest common factor, blah, 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 so we get it. And you'll come out to realize that the only thing that goes into both of them is 2. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2 to simplify it the same way that you guys did for the couple of you that did your extra credit. So it's going to be 49 cents and 6 ounces. Or 49 cents to ounce. Cents to 6 ounces. There you go. A lot of times you don't need to put the units in there when you're doing the ratio like that. Yes?
Can we make it a mixed number of like 98 and 12?
No, you cannot make it a mixed number. Good question, because it's not a fraction, it's a division problem. That would work, actually, for unit rates, though. That would be just fine. But with ratios and rates, no. Unit rates, yes. The question was, can they make it into a mixed number? Yes?
So when we do the homework, we have to put units?
Yes, unless it's a fraction like this. I mean, you wouldn't really need this. I could do 49 to 6 because it's 98 cents for 12 ounces. So we already know that it's cents. We already know it's ounces. So 49 to 6. Juan Gonzalez is 43 home runs in 1992 to 46 home runs in 1993. I just need to pull out the informations here. The info from this. I have 43 to 46. What's that going to look like? Yeah. Nope. Look at this number I circled here. 46. Yeah. 43 to 46. 93. And that was in second grade. Come on. 43. So 43 to 46. 43 is a prime number, so you are D-U-N-N-E done. No, it's my mother's maiden name. You can wake yourself up by standing. You're not in trouble, but keep yourself awake a little bit. Get some airflow a little bit. So we have 43 over 46 or 43 to 46. Now, this one here is what I was trying to do, is express each ratio as a unit rate. That has exactly the same wording as it does in your homework, okay? Has the same wording as it does in your homework. That is a unit rate. That's when what do we have to do with the unit rate again? What is it going to be? Do you remember? Like, what does it say above there? What does it say about a unit rate? Denominator of 1, beautiful. In order to get this to be a denominator of 1, I have a time thing here. Someone put that as the denominator. I have 12 pounds. In 5 weeks, was lost. In order to get this denominator here, in order to get this to be 1, all I'm doing is just a division problem, because I'm getting 12 pounds to be split up equally into 5 groups, which is division. So I'm just going to divide. Hmm. 12 divided by 5. Now keep in mind that the denominator is the divisor, okay? The denominator is the divisor, and it's going to come out to be 2.4. And since it's a unit rate, I can just say 2.4 pounds per week. Ugh. Sorry, people reading my handwriting. I'm writing below my elbow. $2.4 pounds per week. Yes, sir.
Why did we turn 43 to 46 into a fraction?
It is a fraction.
No, I mean a decimal.
Because decimals are not rates. They're not ratios. They're not rates. Because as we wrote up here, a ratio can be written in 3 different ways. Written like 5 to 13, 5 over 13, or 5 to 13. Those are not decimals. Do you agree? This here we're doing decimals because we're doing a unit rate. What's your question? Oh, yeah, but that unit itself has decimals in it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because it's money. It's dealing with cents. I see what you're saying. Yeah. In general, you don't mix fractions and decimals, and that's probably what that was avoiding, the reason why it said cents. But I like to try to keep it consistent. Because I don't want you guys to make the mistake when you're older thinking that this That means you could buy 100 of them, and you still would be not spending $1. That's not even 1 cent. 0.98 cents. If I multiplied that by 100, then I have 98 cents. But that's 0.98 cents. Oh, snap. Okay. Special shout out to taking advantage of comedic moment, Sydney Malone. All right. In a good way. And you guys, that wasn't even, all right. This was a lot lamer than I thought. I have $2.29 for a 6-pack of cola. 6 colas, please. Still weird hearing cola. This is pop for 25 years of my life. $2.29 for 6 colas. Since it's a unit rate, we want to find out how much for 1 soda. And the way that we do that is we divide 2.29 by 6. Do not confuse this the other way around. Remember, the divisor goes on the outside of the house. Then we have 2.29. Okay? So you guys do that division. You should have 38 cents here. So my answer is going to be, move this down so I can write better. My answer is going to be 38 cents per soda. Or I could rewrite it. 38 cents per soda. Both of these work. And I expect that you know how to do this division. That's why I'm not putting up there. Did anybody have this? Okay. How often do you see the dollar, the American dollar, go to 3 decimal points? None. If you had the division problem here, that's cool. But if you did this so you know not to round up 38 to 39, great. But as long as you just have the 38 cents a soda, you're cool. This one here, that's fine that you had that because it came down to being what? Came down to being 49 minus 48. Okay, in the bottom of that division problem. Okay. Yeah, you do need to know if you need to round up beyond there, but you only need to go to 2 decimals. Six inches of rain in 24 hours. By the asterisks that you guys put off to the right, which one of those two is most used as the denominator in the real world, Sam? The what? Hours, because it's time. So I'm going to rewrite this. Do that. Please find that number. We are finding the unit rate, which is going to tell us how many inches of rain fell per hour. Yes.
When you get a chance, can I get another one?
When we get a chance?
Well, like, when, like, this is ready.
No, not yet. Ugh, that's what you should have. I saw 3 of you who switched it around the other way for some reason. And a lot more did it today during class. Yes, ma'am?
Is it better to 0.35 inches per hour or does that have to be written
I'm trying to write it in every way that you can still be correct tonight on your homework. What I mean by that is, here's one written out in words. Here's one written out as having a slash. Here's one written out again per words. And then here's one written out as a unit rate fraction. They're all correct. And if we're doing miles per gallon, since this is such a used abbreviation. Oh, what? Gee, MPG. Okay. Ooh, hey, gamers. Frames per second. Why didn't I think of that today earlier? Rats. Frames per second. Okay. Frames per second. Where'd that come from? It's how many times that your game or whatever, or your TV will change to a different image. How many seconds that happens each time. Yes, sir. Feet per second, you see that a lot. Megabits per second with your connection on your phone, 4G LTE, right? Those are all unit rates. Those are all unit rates. Today when I filled up, I got 32 miles per gallon driving to and from the Smith family household outside of Chicago. Consumer awareness. Oh boy. Consumer awareness. Best Buys and grocery stores are generally Best Buys and grocery stores are generally found by comparing unit rates such as cents to ounces. Please circle cents to ounces, or you can think of that as being just money per unit rate, or money per ounce. Money per weight unit, money per calorie, if you're going into fitness. Going at, like, for example, you want to make sure that you have the right amount of good calories when you're... I have a friend who does CrossFit, and she can pretty much eat whatever she wants because she burns so many calories. Which is the better buy? A 16-ounce bag of candy for $2.49, or a bag that is at $3.69. Yes, sir. Okay, you already have the answer? All right, we're going to discuss two different ways of doing this. All right? We're going to discuss two different ways of doing this, and then we'll get to it. One way that you can do this, I'm going to write this above here. Sorry, I changed the layout of these notes, but I didn't change this page as well. We're going to do it as a rate on the top, and then on the below it, it's going to be as a unit rate. All I want you to do is write as I wrote there. As a rate, as a unit rate. So I'm going to do cents per ounces, which is going to be 249 cents, which is $2.49. You know, why don't we do it? Why don't we do it just with the with no decimals in there? 249 over 16 ounces. And then on this side, we have 369 over 32. Now, as Sam recognized, and a couple people recognized in a couple classes today, that the ounces here just double. So if you had two 16-ounce bags, you have 32 ounces. Okay? So you have two 16-ounce bags, you're going to have 32 ounces. So here's what's going to happen. Now, this part really confused my last period, but maybe I'll word it better. Since this doubled is this, I'm going to double this and see how it compares with that. So when I double, when I double the numerator on the left side, if that price is lower, does that mean it's a better deal than the other place? Yeah, so I'm going to double it here. If I double this and I have a less than sign right here, I can't really see that. If I were to have a less than sign here, then I would know that that's going to be the better purchase. Okay? If I had a greater than sign, it's not going to be a better purchase. If it's equal, it doesn't matter. I can buy 2 bags of 16 or 1 bag of 32 ounces. So I double that up. So I double that up, 249. That's just going to be under 600. No, it's going to be under 500. So it's going to be 498. Now, is 498 greater than, equal to, or what with 369? Is it what? It's greater than. So which is a better deal? The 32 ounce is a better deal, and I'm going to write because the rate is lower per 32 ounces. Now I'm going to show you what we do here for the next one. We don't have to take the time to do it because as long as you understand the concept of it. So that is how we would do with the rate. So we had 32. Now let's try it with the unit rate. And the way that you do that, is we would have 249 over 16, which becomes 249 divided by 16, or 32 divided by 369. And I'm not going to make you do this because you don't have room for it. But whatever one of these has a lower number for the unit rate, that's going to be your better deal because it's going to tell you how much money is that piece of sugar or how much money is the sugar costing you per ounce. And when you do the math, it actually comes out to be, I did it on this other piece of paper, I don't want to mess up. Here we go. This one comes out to be 16 cents an ounce. This side over here ends up being 11 cents an ounce. Is that right? Did I do that backwards? Yeah, 11 cents an ounce. Which, once again, it's going to be that. So 11 cents an ounce, that's how much it is for 32 ounces. Now here's what I want you guys to do as I'm passing out your homework. I would like you to write Smith for the second part of B because we explained that in voice. I want you to do I want you to do 3 and 4. For number 5, go ahead and write a Smithy right there. So you'll probably be able to finish 3. I'll write the answer to number 3 as soon as I get done passing out this homework. Erase these guys. Unit rate is going to be 4 divided by 1180 to find the price per ticket, because that's going to be the unit rate we're going to find. 2, 3, 9, 20, 5. $295 a ticket. Your homework is evens only. Evens, 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 evens. Just the evens.